Hi, I'm Kira, and this is Brett Tippie.
Hi, everybody.
We're going to do an interview and just learn a little bit more about Tippie and his life and his career.
She calls me Tippie. That's my last name. My real name is Brett.
Yeah.
Brett Tippie.
Yeah.
Like James Bond.
Yeah.
Tippie. Brett Tippie.
Yeah. So first off, who are you? Where are you from? What? Yeah. The basics.
I'm Tippie. Brett Tippie. Do I say that every time? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Kamloops. I am actually a friend of your dad's since elementary school, just to give everyone a context of how we know each other.
Yeah.
And I am a professional mountain biker and a former professional snowboarder, and I'm now, well, I guess I'm still a professional freerider,
Yeah.
but I'm also an announcer. I host videos, online videos, I produce videos, I do some coaching, some guiding, whatever I can to feed my family. And like I said, a long time friend of the Melnichuk family. And I've known you since you were this high, and you've grown up skiing and biking with my daughter, Destiny.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like a family friend of yours, but I'm I guess I'm the second oldest professional mountain bike free rider in the world, behind
Who's the
Hans
first?
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, the legend Hans Ray.
Yeah.
But I'm gnarlier than him.
Well, you didn't do trials, so.
No, I didn't do trials, no, but I jumped off cliffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumping off cliffs is cooler. So how and when did you get into mountain biking?
You know what, I got into mountain biking I tried it in 1981. My friend Craig Olson got the first real mountain bike that was produced on mass-produced mountain bike, a specialized stump jumper. And we rode up and down the back alley. I tried it, and I saved up for 2 years. And in 1983, I bought my own mountain bike in Kuhara, and I really hurt myself a lot of times on that thing because it was really big. I'm surprised I still had children, but I did. And I rode it all over the hills, and I pretty much got addicted right back then in there.
Yeah.
And I've been riding for a long time since.
Yeah.
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s.
Yeah.
Early 80s? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of the biggest struggles of getting into mountain biking professionally is that when I was doing it, everyone was focusing on racing, and all the people that decided on where to put budgets were focusing on racing.
Yeah.
And I was a free rider. I raced snowboarding professionally, but as far as mountain biking went, I was a free rider. And so it took a lot to get people to believe in what free riding could do to sell product.
Yeah.
And it was a new thing. And so for a long time, from the 80s, the 90s, you know, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
And then we finally got into some movies, the first free ride movies, the first extreme mountain bike movies.
Which was?
The first one was Pulp Traction in 95, Dow of Riding in 96, and then we filmed Cranked
First one, yeah.
in 97, that came out in 98.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was getting paid, and I was a professional mountain biker. You wouldn't believe how many nights and days it takes to become an overnight sensation. But yeah, it was a new movement, and the sport was kind of officially born in the media around 95. And even though I've been doing it for 12, 15 or more years, the world wasn't ready for
Free ride.
free ride on
Yeah.
mountain bikes yet. And the bikes weren't ready for it. No one was ready really for it, except for me and my Yahoo Camel friends.
Yeah. All right. What have been some of your biggest milestones in your career?
Some of my biggest milestones in my career would definitely be becoming one of the world's first professional freeride mountain bikers, the Freeriders, with Richie Slade and Wade Simmons. Making the Canadian national snowboard team, the first Canadian national snowboard team, was a big milestone for me.
First. Wow.
Cracking the top 10 in the World Cup, racing down slalom was a big deal. I did the biggest cliff drops in the first Crank movies, Crank 1, Crank 2, Crank 3, Crank 4. I was doing the biggest cliff drops captured on camera in the world.
Yeah.
I did some first ascents here, there, and everywhere around the world. I was the first to ride down Firewall Canyon. So those are some of my athletic feats that I did early, and then since then I've continued to do some gnarly lines.
Yeah. That's for sure.
But also, I've inspired a lot of kids coaching and announcing over the years and got people into riding, into shredding. I was trying to push the sport. Made some cool videos along the way that I thought were really cool. You know, a lot of different things. I don't even know. I don't know what is my biggest milestones, but I think even just being still in the sport and being the second oldest professional free rider is a big milestone. Staying in the game as a professional, when it's really hard to do, you know, and choose different sports.
Yeah, especially to not get hurt or not get yourself injured.
Yeah. So I've been really lucky, knock on wood, to escape serious injury, and I played the game enough to be around. So a lot of milestones, some things that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And you know, hopefully there's a lot more.
Yeah, I think one of the most like inspiring ones recently has been one of the newer bike movies that came out, Nothing's for Free. That was you had a huge impact in that movie.
That was a big one. And I talked about the good times and the bad times.
Yeah.
Which was pretty scary to do.
Yeah.
To talk about, you know, some of the falls from grace that one has in their various different journeys. But I put it out there, and you know, you wouldn't be where you are unless you did what you did. So yeah, that's part of the journey, I guess.
Yeah. How does your career affect your lifestyle?
My career affects my lifestyle, and my lifestyle affects my career because they're the same thing. You know, I get paid to do what I love. Yeah. Which is
that's the dream.
Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah. And I'm very, very lucky to have that. So I get up every morning psyched to go to work or to go do what I would pay to do. Yeah. And so it's just all one. It's life is work, work is life, and it's something I'm very passionate about. So I feel very lucky, and I don't know how it affects it, but it does affect it. It makes life happy. I'm stoked. I'm happy because I'm doing exactly what I want to do. I'm doing exactly what I would do if I won $1 billion. Yeah. Go shred POW and ride single track. That's what I would want to do. And so I get paid to do that. I feed my kids by doing what I would do as a hobby and as a pastime. So it affects it in the fact that it makes me really happy.
That's good to hear. Yeah. If you weren't where you are now, where do you think you'd be with your life?
If I wasn't here now doing what I was doing, I would have chased one of my other dreams, and I always wanted to be like an actor. Really? Or a comedian. You know, I've always
really?
Tried, yeah,
I had
right?
no idea.
I've always tried to be a comedian, but they won't take me seriously. I went to the improv, but they told me I had to add a letter E to the end and improve. No, my dream was to actually be a bad guy in a James Bond movie.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So that would be one of my dreams for sure.
To be a villain.
To be a bad guy, like a crazy, crazy bad guy in a James Bond movie. Yeah. It would be awesome. Yeah. No, I don't know what I'd be doing exactly, but I would be doing whatever it took to feed my kids and to put a roof over my head and my family's head. Yeah. If I had to scrub toilets, I'd scrub toilets. Whatever I had to do, I would do. But I'm just lucky enough to do what I love and get paid for it. So, you know, like a lot of people make a backup plan. I didn't have any backup plans. I just went for what I loved, and luckily it worked out. Yeah. It took a long time, but I made it happen. And with the help and some luck and everything that it takes to make things happen. Yeah.
What does mountain biking mean to you?
Mountain biking means everything. Mountain biking feeds my family. It's what I love to do. It's something that is amazing to do in BC. Yeah. Like, if you live in the North Shore of Hawaii, you should surf. If you live in BC, you should mountain bike. It's everything to me. I love shredding, summer, winter, dirt, snow, whatever. Yeah. But mountain biking feeds my family, gets me inspired. I think about it. I watch videos. I read magazines. I look online. I'm all about mountain biking. I love it. It's everything to me.
Yeah. What do you think is the most beneficial thing you've been a part of in the mountain biking community?
The most beneficial thing to me, or the beneficial thing to the world, or
the most beneficial thing to mountain bikers as a whole?
I think the most beneficial thing that I've been involved with is probably, in the early days, probably bike technology. Yeah. Making bikes better. Like, we jumped off a lot of things and broke bikes, broke handlebars, broke bottom brackets, snapped wheels.
Made bikes stronger for the rest of us. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Right. Like, bikes got better because we were destroying them. And
'Cause you guys were animals.
we were animals. And I would say since then, we've made the lifestyle more acceptable to go out and have fun and to race or to free ride or do whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
and to pursue it with everything you got. So I think by technology and the acceptance of the sport in more eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more well known for sure because
Yeah.
of you and many other people
Yeah.
in that time frame. I
Totally.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see a future for careers in this line of work?
Do I see a
Whatever
future?
line of work you're really in. Yeah.
I see a future for careers in the sport in the fact that, you know, it is a multi-million dollar business.
Yeah.
And there's people who make bikes and sell bikes and fix bikes and make clothing and helmets and goggles and all the different parts that it takes to make a person be able to go mountain biking.
Yeah.
And as well as the coaching, the guiding.
Yeah, that's more, yeah.
There's so many different facets to it that people can do,
Yeah.
and to actually make a buck. And the sport is growing, so I see a lot of different careers that will continue to you know, prosper, and a lot of chances for people to be involved in the sport
Yeah.
professionally.
Yeah, and there's always new things coming into this sport and like,
Yeah, new places
Yeah.
to ride and new technology, and
Yeah.
it's just,
people are always creating more.
yeah, people are gonna,
Still
bikes have always been around, and I think bikes will continue to be around.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it's such a cool sport that more people are gonna try it and like it, and a lot of people are trying e-biking, the people that particularly can't ride, so I think it's continuing to grow.
Yeah. This is our last one. What advice do you have for the younger generation that's coming into the biking scene?
What advice do I have for the next generation coming into the biking scene?
Yeah.
Look ahead. Really, like,
Yeah.
like whether it's riding, look ahead where you're going, look ahead in life where you're going. It's the most important thing you can do. It's the most important thing that you can learn as a beginner or as a World Cup professional or in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look ahead, recognize patterns, pick your line, and hold your line. It's a very important thing to know where you want to go and to go there. You know, there's always little bits of advice. Trust yourself. Eat your vegetables. Wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
You know, if your tires are worn, put new tires on. Get your bike dialed. You know, visualize. Commit.
Commitment is a big thing. Yeah.
Right? Then execute. And if it doesn't go your way, pick yourself up and keep on charging. And things don't always work out, and you know, if you crash in a race or in a shoot or just you having fun, as long as you learn something, it's gonna make you better next time.
Yeah.
So just keep on learning. It never stops. They say you should live like you're gonna die tomorrow and learn like you're gonna live forever. So keep learning, you know, absorb as much knowledge as you can. But basically, at the end of it all, have fun, because it's a short life and you should just have fun. But you can have fun if you look ahead and go where you want. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I applaud you for going full out on this project and having an interview with me. She's a very talented mountain bike rider herself, won her first BC Cup last year at Kicking Horse. We've been family friends for a long time, and I've seen her crash, I've seen her succeed, and I'm very proud of her. And I wish you well in this project. Hello to all the viewers out there, and to the teachers marking this, and good luck in your project, Carrie Melnichuk.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Boom. That's a goodbye from me and a goodbye from her.